Where's the remote? Found it.
Turn off the lights.
All right.
Did you grab the drinks?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay, I'm making the popcorn.
It's starting. Come on.
All right. Okay, I'm here. Hit the button. Hi, I'm Jill. This is Dropsy. Hi,
And I'm
Gianna. I just figured I'd try to fill in for you. Go ahead.
And welcome to the We Watch It All podcast, where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for.
I dropped my charger out of the wall. I don't know if you picked it up or not, but
If somebody picked it up, is there somebody else?
no, if the mic picked it up, I don't know if it actually did the recording 1, 2.
Somebody's obviously got a downtrodden bottom.
Come on! No, now we gotta redo this whole thing because we're like,
Come here, Bubby.
But this is a minute into hell.
A minute into hell.
I'm hoping this laptop won't die because sometimes when it hits 40%, it just dies. It's on 52. So let's go. So today,
Happy birthday, Anne Hathaway.
well, like 18 days late.
This is still your birthday month.
Yeah, that's your birthday month.
Well, it's my father's birthday. Doesn't that count?
Sure. Yes. So we did this because, every month we do a bonus episode at the end of the month on the last day. And we figured, what should we do? And we figured it's Anne Hathaway's birthday. She's turning a big birthday, I guess you could say 40. So we figured
Hard to believe.
we're going to do her filmography, not all of it.
Just our favorites. 5 favorites.
Yeah.
We
wanted
crazy.
to do more, but apparently she has the hardest filmography in the whole world to get your hands on. For the most part, I cannot find most of them. 2 of her movies are HBO Max exclusives. HBO Max doesn't even have them. They just removed them. So so I don't even know. So we went with ones that you could watch on streaming services.
Yeah.
Except for one of them, I don't know if you can. Because it is technically on and off HBO Max, so you'll just have to wait for it to be on. Ocean's 8.
Oh.
Yeah. But other than that, we watched Princess Diaries 1 and 2, and those are both on Disney Plus, Ella Enchanted, HBO Max, and then The Devil Wears Prada, which is on Peacock. Which I did see some of these I think you can get if you have Hulu Live TV, so there's that. But Hulu Live
Rent
TV.
them from your library.
Yeah, that was our other option, but we just weren't going to be able to make it to the library. So check your local library.
Yep.
That's probably the best option.
The bigger branches, the better.
Yeah.
Well, I did a little research on her. Not too much, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize she was 40. Let's start there.
Yeah, well, I looked up
She really never
actor's
ages.
birthday. Well, okay, so the movies that we did watch, Princess Diaries, Ella Enchanted, and Princess Diaries 2, they all happened very close together. And then even The Devil Wears Prada was pretty close to those. Like, they were all in like a
Yeah, those
6 year span, except for Ocean's 8.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So, I know Ocean's 8 was much, much later.
Yeah.
But
What's wrong with Sissy?
she's up your kickers.
Yeah, Sissy wants my attention today.
Oh, hello, Mommy.
Watch the mic. Oh, okay, watch
Sorry.
my laptop.
So,
okay.
But when you look at her in that movie, in comparison to the other one, she was very young in Princess Diaries.
Yeah.
But she really ages well.
Yeah.
She really.
It's
definitely...
it's not like she's aging. It's just her face is maturing.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, she's maturing than she doesn't look, but she still looks very young. I don't know.
Good for you, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, God bless you, man. But she is from New Jersey. She was born in Brooklyn, but she is from New Jersey. Went to school all in. I'd have to say, it's a ritzier area of New Jersey.
Yeah.
A little bit of money. I don't know that she had it, but I'm just saying, it was a more,
It was a nice town.
Yeah, it was a nice area. But she has won a Academy Award, Golden Globe, Primetime Emmy Award. She won an Oscar. So she's got some clout there, and she also has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2019. So she's got some stuff going on there.
So she's almost got the EGOT.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, one away. And she does musicals, so there's chance,
Yeah. So.
Oh, Cooper's here.
Hi. So we started with Princess Diaries.
Yeah, we tried to go in we tried to go in order of how they released.
Yeah, I think we did pretty much.
Yeah, the only one we kind of went out of order is technically Ella Enchanted was released right before Princess Diaries 2.
Yeah, but you gotta watch those two
Together. Yeah,
I mean,
but they
come
were
on.
released the same exact year, is what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Princess Diary, that was her first breakthrough role.
Yeah.
That she got in 2001. I love that movie. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just no comparison to that movie.
If you don't know what it's about, it's her character, Mia Thermopolis, and she lives in San Francisco with her mom, and then her grandmother, Clarice, comes from Genovia, made-up country, and she tells her that she's like a secret heir to the throne there, and now that her dad's passed, she has to come and take it. So basically, they go through... Oh my god. That scared the crap out of me. It's just somebody's water from their air conditioner falling on our window, but it sounds like the window's about to shatter.
Everybody's going to be like traumatized now. It's okay.
Speaking of traumatized, a van was backing up. Beep, beep. They thought the fire alarm was going off. And for a second, I thought it did too.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so we had a
Rough
little bit of
day,
traumatizing
rough
day
day.
today. But they basically go through, teach her how to be a princess.
And of course she starts out a little bit like a nerd and
Yeah,
not very
which
fashion savvy or any of that. Or
took a note. 4 out of 5 of the movies we talk about, she starts out as like a nerd.
The underdog.
Yeah, and then she gets all like...
You know why? Because I'm going to tell you.
Pretty
why.
fancified.
She is one of those people that can look very plain Jane, but then when you give her a little bit of makeup, like not even a lot, just a little bit of makeup and brush that hair, like she looks like she can have the best transformations.
Yeah.
So I think that's what does it. Is
Yeah,
that,
but
like,
I just noticed Princess Diaries, Ella Enchanted, and The Devil Wears Prada. Ocean's
Yep.
8's the only one that's not, because she's literally playing a rich actress already. So she's already there. But yeah, I was like, so that's what the plot of that movie is. I think my favorite part, though, was if you listen in the background, the people's little comments, like the little lines they're saying in the back, it's just like so like random, like I guess like what would you call those?
The like supporting, not like the.
No, not like the supporting, like the ensemble, like the crowds basically.
Yeah.
Like they'll randomly just
The
throw
extras.
the extras. They'll randomly just throw something in there and you're like, what did they just say? And it's like, I'm like, oh, that to me
but
was
I think
so
that was
nice.
kind of what their thing was. But she actually was scheduled to start her first semester of college when she was offered that role, and she postponed it and never went back.
Wow.
Said she was did not regret it.
One of the things too in this movie, the gym teacher,
Yeah.
quite a character. She's in everything. Like this gym teacher just
I
took
know
part
her from somewhere, and I don't
in
know
all
where
the
I know
school
her from.
functions, and also the gym teacher said she would fail her if she couldn't hit
Yeah.
the bat. Which, if that was true, I would have never made it out of high school.
I never made it out of high school.
Well, okay, here's my thing. It's not that I can't. I can do
don't
sports. I just don't like doing them. So I could have done it, but a person with anxiety doesn't want to do sports.
No.
So, it was just no. Also, this could fall for either movie. The accents, nobody has one clear accent from Genovia.
Yeah, I know.
Especially when you actually go there in the second movie.
Yeah. It's
Some
like,
people
who's got what and what?
are British because they said that Genovia is between Portugal and Spain. But the funny thing is, to me, like, Spanish and Portuguese can kind of sound a little similar, but
Yeah.
Genovia, I think they were like speaking French, so I'm not sure where
Yeah, I
that
don't
came
know.
from in there. But it was such a weird, like they didn't just make them like a little island in the water. They said, nope, we're putting them here, we're going to put them between this, and we're going to have them speak French, and everybody's going to have a different accent. It just, to me, it was like, okay, I guess, yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't question it when I was little. Well, I think this came out in 2001, so
2001, you were just.
I was 1.
Yeah, you didn't see it back then.
No,
Obviously,
I
you
saw it later,
in
but-
life. Yeah.
But yeah, it was like one of those where I was like, yeah, well, sure, everybody sounds different. That makes sense.
And then the Princess Diary 2, which I do remember seeing these when like they kind of came out.
I remember seeing,
Not in the movies, but yeah.
Now, thinking back to it, well, once we watched these, I didn't remember them as much as I thought I did. I think I made my own version in my
I
head.
was saying that there were some things.
The second one I remember. Like, I thought Princess Diaries, the second one,
I was like,
I thought it opened with them sliding down the mattresses on the...
no.
Because see, here's the thing. As a child, that's what stuck with me. I always wanted to do that. So, out of all the scenes, that's really what was, like,
Who wouldn't
ingrained
wanna
in
do
my
that?
head.
But The Princess Diary 2 was a great sequel. Like,
Yeah.
you just, like, sometimes sequels you're like, why'd you do it?
Yeah.
You wrecked it. But it was a really good story
Yeah.
for being a second sequel. And the funny thing is that she hesitated on doing the sequel, she said. And she, because she just wasn't sure. And then I think it was Gary Marshall is the one that did it. He, like, convinced her, like, no, you got to do it,
Yeah.
please. It opened in 2004 to negative reviews, but it made $95.1 million against their $40 million budget. So clearly,
Yeah.
it
Well,
was-
here's the thing. You always have to think
it was
about
fine.
this. When you look at movies, pick the reviewers, because if you're a man reviewing a movie that's marketed for children, of course you're not going to really like it.
Well, you hope that they're looking at it in that respect.
Yeah, you
but
take that into account when you look at a movie
Yeah.
review. If you don't know, this one takes place 5 years after the last movie, and basically Parliament saying that she can't become queen unless she marries somebody else.
yeah,
So she has to marry somebody within the next month, and she goes on a bunch of dates to find her king, ends up falling for the rival. And it does end with her being queen, but because she
Yeah.
requests that Parliament changes, that she can be queen on her own without a king. And also funny here too, this and Ella Enchanted, they both have a uncle who is trying to become king, who is evil, and a nephew who's nice. I noticed that as well. I don't know if Ella Enchanted though. I think about it now. I'm like, did they just make that because they saw she had really good success as like being like a
no, that
princess?
was a book actually.
Oh, well,
That
no, I'm
was
just
a-
saying casting her as.
No, I know that was a book that she said she read when she was 16, and she loved. And when she read the script, it stayed close to the book.
Yeah.
Sometimes they change them,
Yeah.
and it's like, so that's why she agreed. She wanted to do that one because it was very close to the book, and she liked the story, which I thought that was a really good story too. Like,
Yeah.
of like instead of like a wish being something else you get,
Yeah.
you have to be,
And my last favorite thing too on the Princess Diaries too, you can really date the time it was because of like just they randomly had Raven Simone in there because she at that
Yeah.
time was like the it girl for
Yeah.
Disney. So it was like clearly like, oh, this is when Cheetah Girls was coming out and everything. Like it very much like dated the movie to that exact time. I always think that kind of stuff is funny. Like how people are like when you reference pop culture now.
yeah.
And speaking of Ella Enchanted, when she was born in the movie, she ends up getting the gift of obedience, so she basically has to do whatever they tell her.
Anybody says.
And then her mom dies, and she gets evil stepsisters who try to manipulate
Yeah, it's supposed to be ultimately Cinderella's story, Ella, where she finds a prince and, unlikely suspect. And they even had glass slippers in there that, remember, they made her
they did,
steal.
Trey.
So, like, it was, I thought that was a cute movie.
Ends with her breaking the curse. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I saw it. I just don't remember how she broke that curse. So maybe I didn't see it all the way
don't.
through.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but it was definitely cute. Like, the story-wise,
I can't remember
stood
if you
the
actually
test of
saw
time
it.
in my opinion, and it was also kind of like a considerably progressive story for like 2004.
Yeah.
Like I think if it was made today, people would be like, I don't know about
But
that.
that was the big thing. See, like, she started making, granted she was younger, but she made a lot of like, like kind of wholesome, but like family kind of movies. And then after that, she wanted to break out and like do other things. And she did Brokeback Mountain. She got in on that one. She wanted to transition to more adult roles.
Yeah,
she
I
was
saw
afraid
that on
she was
her
going to get,
Wikipedia page.
she was going to get like pigeonholed. But she did a lot of other movies that I forgot she did. Like she was in Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Then there was the other ones that we wanted to try to watch we couldn't find was Get Smart, Bride Wars.
And I forgot that she played Selena Kyle in
Dark
Knight. I forgot that's who her character was and all. But like,
I deleted my list with all the other
we
ones,
wanted the
but-
ones that were like mainly her movie.
Yeah, obviously she was in Les Miserables, but
That's the one she won the Oscar for.
Yeah, we're not big musical people, so that's kind of why we didn't do that one. And then, the other two movies that were taken from HBO Max was The Witches and Lockdown, which kind of seemed interesting to me that I actually wanted to see them, since we were going to do this, since I've never watched them, but I was like...
Well, we were looking for something that, like, not everybody did know or knew about. Like, something that you wouldn't expect to be...
Well, and we're also going to try to pick her most recent movie.
Yeah.
Because she has one that's currently in theaters, but it's,
Yeah.
like, limited theaters, not near us.
Yeah,
so
that Armageddon thing.
Yeah.
So then there's The Devil Wears Prada.
Yes.
That was 2006. That's my favorite movie of all time. I mean, I love Princess Diaries, but I could watch that movie over and over again because it's got the most classic lines ever. it's just...
It just has that, like for me, when I watch Cheaper by the Dozen, it has like a nostalgia feel. Like that movie, like I've never seen it before until I just watched it. So like it already gave off that nostalgia feel, and I've never even seen it before.
Some of the stuff that's said in there, like between Meryl Streep and her, are just like such classics.
Yeah.
Like the blue belt scene, like where she breaks it down, like where the blue belt, the color, not even the belt, where the color blue came from, or something of the sweater she's wearing. It's just, but it was a classic. And the funny thing is, she was the 9th choice for that role.
Wow.
So she made a point of saying, just, you just never know. Could have been someone else, but she held out. It was the biggest commercial success, grossing $326.5 million worldwide. And Emily Blunt and her both said that they would be considered doing a sequel.
I thought I saw somebody else say they wouldn't do a sequel for it.
I don't know. They said if the story was right and it was good, they would consider it.
Oh, maybe that was more what I saw. Like the story would have to be right for them
you don't
to
want
do
just
it.
something stupid. You want it to be good.
Yeah.
But
if you don't know what it is, which I think everybody kind of does, but basically she's a journalist and she ends up taking a job as an assistant for Miranda Priestley, who's the editor-in-chief of Runway, a huge fashion magazine, and then she ends up, doing how we were saying before with the Prince thing, having a transformation and turning into somebody that kind of her friends doesn't recognize, and she ends up regretting it in the end, though. Yeah. And then Ocean's 8. This is probably my favorite, but here's my thing. I don't know if this is my favorite because of her. If you don't know, Ocean's 8, spin-off from the Ocean's franchise. Yeah. But it follows follows Debbie Ocean instead. She assembles a group of women to steal Anne Hathaway character Daphne Kluger's $150 million necklace at the Met Gala, and she ends up joining in the end to the group, basically in exchange for not turning them in, and that's kind of it. We actually have never got to see her do part of the heist. I guess that would be if there was like an Ocean's 9, which I would love. My thing is, here's the thing. This cast is huge. It's like a stacked cast. Like how we were talking about the 80s for Brady's. Mm-hmm. It's got a good cast, but I'm like, I don't know if it's because of her. She wasn't like a main.
No, but the critics were saying that she did steal the show. That
she kind of did. She was really good in it.
She was really good in it. And this came off like a 2-year absence from starring in anything because I think in between all like these other movies and coming back for this, like she had gotten married, she had 2 kids. So she was, doing the adult life, I guess, for a little bit. And then she came back and did this. But this movie grossed over $297 million against their $70 million budget.
Which was us. We went to go see it in the theaters.
Yeah.
High school prom night for me. I instead went to go see this movie. That's what I decided to go and do.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, significantly cheaper. If you've ever been to a prom, you know that this is way cheaper. But this is probably one of my favorite movies of all time that's not like a Marvel, Star Wars, DC movie. I don't know, I just really like it. Like, I just love the idea of this heist because like the Met Gala is so exclusive, so the fact that they all get in and go.
Yeah, well, I like when they do stuff like this, like where they break down like how they like figure out to get like the blocking the cameras, switching of the jewels, and like I think that's all really neat.
And I also had not seen the original Ocean's trilogy before I went to go see this movie. I saw this first.
But you did watch them recently, no?
I just watched them, right before they got taken off HBO Max. God, HBO Max. You wonder why we don't keep your subscription. Because you remove all these movies. But, right before they removed them, I did end up going back and watching them. But I actually watched this first and thoroughly enjoyed this enough to be like, I should go watch the originals. And in my opinion, if you watch the other ones but seen this, I think this encapsulates the original movie.
Yeah.
Which is good. I want an Ocean's 9. Because I'd actually like to see her character be a part of the heist. Because she was kind of like a quirky, funny character.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think they'll do the women, or do you think...
No, I think they would keep the same cast, but change it up a little bit. Remove some people, add some people, Yeah. That's all we watched, but we should rank them in order. From, I guess, best to worst.
Okay.
All right, do you want to go first?
I don't really think there's any worst, but...
not worst. From out of these 5,
I think... You said best to worst?
Yeah.
So I would probably say Devil Wears Prada, Princess Diary 1 and 2, Ocean's 8, and then Ella Enchanted.
I would probably put Oceans at the top, but like I said, that's my favorite movie. Then I'd probably go with both the Princess Diaries, and then I think I would go Ella Enchanted, and then...
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's like a me movie.
Oh, it's a me
Devil
movie.
Wears Prada. I don't know. I liked it, but like
You
I
know
don't
who
think...
else would be good to do a little film trilogy type thing or whatever on a little filmography?
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. I like Sandra Bullock. That's a good one. We do have a list.
There's a whole
We
bunch
have a
of really
whole
good
list
ones.
of them, of people that we want to do. We have her. We have Steve Martin, all those classic people. So we'll see. I figured the best to do them is, though, when maybe like it's a big birthday or something significant happened in their career. Obviously, for December, though, we're going holiday-themed bonus stuff. So we're going to not do any filmography. That was gibberish fully.
It's a happy holiday.
Okay, out of all of these, so what do you think is maybe the most underrated out of our 5 that we picked? That's not talked about enough. I think I would pick Ella Enchanted.
Yeah.
I don't think I hear people talk about that movie.
No,
It's really good.
Yeah, it's a cute
I mean,
movie.
listen, the VFX didn't keep the test of time, but you know what?
But it was
2004.
funny.
Yeah, it was
still funny.
cheesy funny.
Yeah.
They got, like Spy Kids kind of funny, kind of where it's like they know they're not good,
kind of
but
expected it to be that way.
all right, well, that is all. That's just some of our top 5 Anne Hathaway movies. Let us know what you guys are, your top 5s or your favorite movie. You can comment on our Instagram, or if you're listening on YouTube, you can go ahead and comment it there.
Wish Anne a happy birthday.
Yeah, okay, you should go wish her a happy birthday. I don't know. Figure it out. Figure out where you go wish her a happy birthday.
On her Instagram or something.
Yeah, sure. I don't know if she has Instagram. I'm sure she does.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, she does.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening or watching. You guys, give us a 4 or a 5. A 4 if you have to improve. A 5 if you know we're going to improve. You might as well give us the 5 because you can't go and change your score since you know we're going to improve. And whatever the button says, whether it says subscribe or follow, make sure you hit it and turn on the notifications, because what if we post a bonus episode? You don't want to miss it. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve. This upcoming Friday, we're going to be posting our Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Every weekend, we have been posting our rewatch of The Real Housewives of OC leading up to season 17.
Yeah, it's getting good now.
Yes, it is. And then every Monday, we post our weekly podcast where we talk about the shows we watch separately. And we also spin a wheel and talk about pop culture news. We also, same exact day that you're listening to this, have a new podcast.
Woohoo!
It's our lifestyle podcast. We talk about it all. Where we talk about it all.
Yep. Just anything.
Yeah. So make sure you guys go and check it out. That's it. Thank you so much for listening or watching.
Yeah, hit the button.